Welcome. My name is Agosta, and today we're going to talk about what's called the military neck. I suffer of that, and I know a lot of people had that problem. It's pretty much when our cervical spine becomes straight like this. Oh, and I want to add that this imbalance can occur as a result of trauma, an accident, bad posture, and also the lifestyle. Modern times, we all work in the computer a lot, and we're hinching forward, stressing, so that causes, after many years of doing the repetitive, no ideal movements and positions and postures, then we encounter this issue. And the idea of today is to see if we can put back our curvature, and perhaps as we release some of the muscles and straighten others, we can recuperate the natural shape of our cervical spine. During the process of working into getting back those so needed curves in our cervical neck, we will be addressing pain. Pain is one of the consequences of losing these curves. It is clear that we suffer of a muscular imbalance, and we know that saying head leads and body follows. So we're trying to create a space for our muscles to relax and perhaps others to become stronger. Then we would recuperate a little bit of our different shapes, the shape that we actually should have. And in general, issues with our neck involve very little muscles that we have. Just the big muscles usually they do all the work, and then the little muscles are getting lazy and weak. And also this can cause issues in other zones of our body. If you have a pinched nerve, sometimes because of the tightness, and we can start feeling like numbness in our arm. So a lot of things that we are going to improve if we can address this problem. Now, please make sure that you check with your doctor before you work in any type of stretches or neck-related exercises. This is a very delicate zone of our body, and we gotta protect it and be careful. So let's get started. So we're going to sit tall. Take a nice deep breath. Find the balance. Close your eyes for a moment and lean a little bit forward, just a hair. And notice how the weight of your body starts going towards the thighs, towards the feet. Perhaps you feel some weight on your ankles. And as you inhale, start leaning back. Slowly we start moving back. We can see how the ankles and front of the thighs become lighter, but then we feel that weight on the lower back. And we start feeling like perhaps we can just fall backwards. So then we come back and find the center. We don't go forward, we don't lean back. We find the center where we are sitting on the sit bones. And then we relax the shoulders to let them come down. The abdomen is coming in. We take a deep breath, getting in through the nose. And now through the mouth. Then bring the chin towards the chest. And slowly start opening your eyes. Lift the head. And we're going to start stretching our neck in a very gentle way. So we're going to place the right hand on the ground, extending the left arm, turning the palm up. We're going to reach the arm as much as we can. And then we are going to grab our right ear as we bring the left ear towards your left shoulder. When we are here, we lift the chest, we lower the left shoulder. Perhaps we can walk the right fingertips away. We're lifting the chest, the abdomen is in. And here we start feeling the opening in the right side of the neck. Make sure you're not pushing too much. You're just inviting your neck to stretch. And as we inhale, very, very, very slowly, we release, lower the right arm. And perhaps you notice when I start raising my arm, I have my palm down, but as we go through the shoulder area, we turn the palm up. And we turn it at the shoulder, right? And then we go back up, reaching up as much as we can. And then we bend the arm and grab the left ear, bringing the right ear towards the right shoulder. Make sure you're breathing nice, deep breaths. Again, if we don't feel this stretch, we can walk the left fingertips away from the body. Nice deep breath. Just a couple more breaths. We gotta allow that stretch. Shoulder down, right shoulder down. You're lifting the chest, abdomen in. It's so good. We gotta release all these little muscles that are holding our neck in a way that we cannot allow our nice curves to occur. And then we release very slowly. We start lowering the arm. Notice that my palm is up until I reach the shoulder level, and then we come down. Switching again, right arm, left arm, and I turn palms up, and we look up to the ceiling. Nice breath. And then we're going to grab the back on the right side, and we're going to bring the nose towards the left armpit. See that a stretch occurs now in the back diagonal here area of the right side, the right neck. Lift the chest, the abdomen is coming in, and we do that to protect the lower back. And breathe in your neck, releasing those little muscles. Couple more breaths. And slowly we release. You can see palm up, palm down. Other side. And we reach up. Nice breath. And then we bring the hand behind, bring the nose towards the armpit. And with the hand we invite down, but remember lifting. The shoulders come down, both of them. So it's like the right shoulder is trying to move away from my right ear. And then you turn the head. Just make sure you're gentle. Find your stretch and stay. Abdomen in, protecting the lower back. Lift the chest, last 2 breaths. Inhale and releasing, arm up, and we start coming down, palm down, and here we go, we release. Inhale, arms up, reach up, and as you exhale, start bringing the hands towards each other, interlacing the fingers, bringing the palms behind your head. The elbows start coming, join towards the back, and see if we can press. I'm pressing with the back of my head into the palms. Shoulders come down, pressing, pressing, pressing right here. Deep breath. Last breath. Keep pressing. If you get tired, you can release for a second, but then go back. Should be shaking. See, I'm shaking, pressing so hard. And then we release. And the last thing we're going to do here, first we're going to switch the crossing of the legs. We want to be even. Sit in the sit bones. And we're going to turn the head, look to the right, shoulders down, lift the chest. And then roll, look towards the left. We're going to move slowly so all the little muscles engage. When we move really fast, just the big muscles engage. So keep going. A few more times. The shoulders come down, chest up, abdomen in. We remember that. And we go. We can pause maybe a couple breaths each side when you go. Go again. Nice. Last time, move slowly so you don't get dizzy. Trying to really turn the head. Go last time, left side. We come back to the center, and now we're going to look up, look to the diagonal, to the corner there, to the right, down. Keep going very slowly. It's like we're making a big circle with our nose. Make sure you go slowly and you listen to your body. If something feels bad, you stop. And then we meet in the center, lift the head, gather your balance there. Remember, if this is too much, just do it a couple times. You know your body, or you can experiment and then no. The other side. Go the other side. Nice big circle. Now we try to do the same amount of movements. That means repetitions. So if I did 5 from toward the right, I'll try to do 5 towards the left, so we are even. It's important to promote posture. Gotta do one more. Remember, moving slowly. Good. And then we pause. See, we can get back. You know, we can get dizzy. Okay. And then the last thing we're going to do sitting here is to bring the chin back. So it's like we're trying to make our chin a little bigger. All this neck area. So let's go. Nice. Inhale. You notice I inhale and bring my chin in, shoulders should be back and down, and then when I exhale, we release. Inhale, lifting the chest, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. We're going to bring the left hand on the ground, right arm comes up, and we extend the side of the body, but we look up to that hand. And that is because the shape of the neck doing this also helps to increase movement. Last breath. Really reach with that hand. And we go back. Stop in the center and we go the other side. Again, see how I did with my hand. I'm turning the palm up as I lift the arm. Right at the shoulder level. And here again, I'm trying to turn my head to look towards those fingers. And we're reaching a lot. The abdomen is in, if we can. And inhale, we come back up and down. Good, we're going to come into all fours. So a nice asana that helps a lot to stretch our neck, it's the cat-cow pose. We gotta be careful when we practice the cow pose. So let's push with the hands, spreading the fingers apart, and bring the tailbone in, abdomen in, head down. We're letting go of the head. And then slowly we start lifting here the head. Shoulders move away from the center of the chest. Lift. Now, when you're lifting the head, be careful. Perhaps you can go a little, perhaps you can go more. You will notice. And cut. Cow. Cat. As you can see, all these asanas are really simple, really beginners. We are addressing our neck, flexible mostly on the neck. That's what we're looking for. Last time. Getting back our shapes. Our bones need the alignments. And we release. Good. And we slowly are going to make our way into standing. So just come up, and if you have a wall, it will be great. So I hope you have a wall. You can do it without the wall, but the wall is better. So we're going to walk next to the wall, parallel to the wall, and we're going to bring the hand of the right arm, start with the right arm. So we're in a Tadasana. That means we're straight, standing tall. The left shoulder comes down and back a little bit, and then the right palm is against the wall, and then slowly we start dragging the hand, but look at it. So we're looking at the hand going up, 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 up. We're looking at those fingertips, and we pause, and then we can release the neck, but see if you can extend the arm as much as possible. All these little muscles and big muscles, they are connected with our upper back, neck. It's all connected, always. And our body is all connected. And our mind and our soul, the body is all connected. That means yoga, right? Connected. And then we see if we can follow the arm behind us, looking, and then we pause. And then we can bring the head and see if we can turn the chest away. This is my bad side. I had an accident and my shoulder, it's still improving. See that your hip is not going towards the wall. Nice stretch for the pectorals. This is a muscle that gets tight when we roll those shoulders forward. And then slowly we release and we pause. When we pause, we can invite nice deep breaths. So we release and relax. You know, tension is a big one for our neck problems. So we're standing here and we start over. This right shoulder comes down and back, abdomen in. We're in Tadasana, and we start lifting, dragging the hand. We're looking at our fingers coming up. We're looking, and then we pause. When we pause, we release the neck. And again, anything that you feel that works for you. Do not pressure, do not force. Just movement with a little stretch. We're in our first class doing this. We haven't been practicing this together, so I'm not sure. Be careful. And then I'm not sure about your situation. And then look up, and we start drawing. And we see we can look it, right? We're following the hand. And once it's there, perhaps we can turn. And we look again for the stretch. Wherever your stretch is, stay there. Just give it about 30 seconds, which is 3 or 4 breaths. Depends how fast you breathe. Last one. And we slowly let go and release. And here we are. So we're going to continue using the wall. We're going to bring the fingertips, stretch the back a little bit. Fingertips at the wall, a little higher than your shoulders. And we start walking back. And perhaps you can walk your hands more, but try to find a flat back. And the gaze, it should be between where the floor and the wall meet. Just extend there, lift your kneecaps, feet hip distance apart. Stretching. See if you can bring your shoulder blades towards each other. Just a couple breaths here. You should feel like somebody's putting a hand on your upper back. And slowly we release. So we are going to practice a couple forward folds. You can use a chair. Let me grab my chair. Because sometimes it depends where, how is our flexibility. Perhaps today we don't feel super flexible. So we're going to practice 2. One is going to be just the Uttanasana of forward fold. And you can use a chair if you need help with that. And you step hip distance apart. and just start coming down. And depends, I mean, perhaps you just can do a little bit, but let go of the head. Perhaps you can do a lot. Or perhaps you don't need a chair at all. Or you can use blocks or whatever works for you. But as we are here, we let go of the head. Let go of your head. Let it just hang, relax. And move the shoulders away from the neck. Making room. I talk about making some room. We gotta make room, opening spaces. They are tight and they are the contractions of our muscles on the neck. Good, and then we come back up. And you can stay in any pose that feels good for you. And you can use the chair or just grab your hips and come up. And we're going to practice the widest pose. It's another nice pose to release the neck. So you can use your chair again and take the feet apart. You can even place your hands on the chair to help you to take the feet apart. Perhaps this is all that we can do. If this is all that we can do, let's see if we can bring the shoulder blades towards each other. So we're rolling the shoulders back and lift the chest. Watch your head. Watch your neck. And perhaps here we can bring the elbows or any more room or the forearms so you can rest your head there. The idea is the head, it's not just hanging, or the neck is not really holding the head, but just resting your neck. And if you don't need a chair or any prop, you can just bring your hands and just let go of the head. And if your head is not touching the ground, you know, when we practice yoga often, perhaps we can bring the hands behind and then bring the head in the ground. But if we cannot do that, we can place any support, pillows, blankets, or like I showed with a chair, because we wanted to have some kind of support on the head, but making sure you don't place any weight in the head. Okay, last breath here. Create a space, moving the shoulders away from the neck. And then we come out. We come out the same way we came in, with the chair or just with your hands. Whatever works. And then heel toe, we want to protect our body. We're going to practice a couple other standing poses that really go for your neck. One is the warrior two. And it's a very simple pose. Well, not really, depends how we practice it. But we take the feet apart, the heels are in alignment, so the same line. We take the arms away from the torso, and then we take the right toes in, left leg out. Try to keep the hip in alignment with the long line of your mat. And then we're going to bend the leg. And here is where the fun happens with the neck. Lower your shoulders and turn. See if you can see those beautiful left fingertips. Shoulders down, creating a space. Once again, shoulders down, turning. Just a couple breaths. So you'll see if this is too much for your neck or no. And then we extend, feet parallel, and we'll go to the other side. Keep your arms up if you can. So right toes in, left leg out, and then we bend, and then we turn. Lower your shoulders. Good. And we try to stay the same. You can count your breaths if you don't have a clock to check. Count your breaths so you can be even. And then we press with the right feet, feet parallel, step, step, step. Take a breath. And we can choose working in the camel pose or just standing. So I'm going to show the standing in case that your neck hurts too much or that you are not used to practice this type of poses. So close the fist, bring the fist on the top of your buttocks, right there when the lower back ends. Bring the shoulders back, lift the chest, and see if perhaps you can push with your fist into the upper buttocks so you can open room in your lower back. And here is when the fun happens. Perhaps we can look up. Perhaps no. Don't force. Perhaps we can just do a little or a lot. Nice. Just one more breath. As you inhale, slowly, slowly, slowly to release. So for the camel pose, it's similar movements. So I'm not going to show it, but you guys can practice it if you're a yogi. And we're going to come down into the mat and coming into our abdomen. And we're coming into the X-Sphinx. So elbows under the shoulders, spreading the fingers apart, and we're pushing with the hand. So the chest lift and we can bring a little bit the chin up. Be careful with your neck here. And to protect the lower back, draw the pubic bone down as you push with your hands to lift the chest. And see if we can look up. Just a couple more breaths. We release. Remember when we release, we practice those nice deep breaths. Now we go again. Pressing with the hands, lifting the chest, shoulders roll back if possible. Pubic bone down, look up. Or not. If you cannot look up, you can stay in the Sphinx, just the traditional here, and lift a tiny bit the chin. It's up to you, depending on the movements that you can achieve with your neck. And then we're going to release. So walking the hands towards your knees, and we're going to sit. Yes, sitting. So as we sit here for a moment, we can take advantage of this and this practice and stretch our hips a little bit. All depends. You can just sit here and practice what we're going to do next in this easy seated position, or you can come into the shoelace. So you bend the legs, grab your right leg and bring the left on top. And you can perhaps just stay here or a little bit, or you can go all the way. It's just so you can also stretch a little the hips when we are doing this. And then we're going to turn towards the left and bring the head with us. See if we can look behind the left shoulder, abdomen in. And you can use the right arm to push into the leg for leverage so you can go more. Watch your neck when you do this. Shoulder, the left shoulder is trying to move back. Nice. Last breath. And we release. Now we go to the other side. If you are crossing the leg, just cross, switch the crossing. And then we go. Bring the head with you. And you turn at your waist, but you don't have to force. You can just do a tiny turn and then a tiny neck movement. So everybody is in different level of flexibility and pain, and you can even skip some of these or do all of them. You'll see how that feels. Good. And then we're releasing here, and we're going to start coming into the end of the practice. So we lay on the back, and I don't have room here. I made myself in a little tiny area, But extend your arms. See, I can move a little. Extend your arms at the shoulder level, and then bring your feet and your knees together, and then drop your knees towards the right. Again, doesn't have to be a lot. If you're tying your hips, we can place a blanket or a pillow under your right hips, and then turn the head, opposite side of the knees. Just gentle twist, and we are also moving our neck. The key here is to increase movement on the neck and to relax those muscles all around the upper back and neck and shoulders. So then we are not so tight, and we can start bringing back the natural shape of our skeleton. Let's go the other way. So we see, and it all depends how we feel. We can go deeper, perhaps grabbing with the left hand, your right outside of the right thigh. Just a couple more breaths. Count your breaths, if possible, until you learn how to read your body. The body will tell you, oh, we're good. We did the same length of time than the other side. And then as you inhale, start coming back to the center. Now when we are preparing for Shavasana, we are going to, come back to my line here. So we keep the legs bent. And then we start by lifting tiny bit. We're lifting the head a tiny bit so we can lengthen through the back of the neck and bring the chin towards the chest a little bit. And then we let the head come down. Then we bring the shoulders under us, palms up. See, we stay here for a moment. Let the upper back to relax and the back of the neck to extend, lengthen, long, lengthening the neck. And then we bring the abdomen in and the tailbone in. Just a little bit. See if we can keep what we just did in the upper side of the torso, and see if we can bring the lower back down. We gotta press through the feet. Feels nice. And then slowly we release the back. We extend one leg and then the other one. And we can start closing the eyes. Inhale. And when you exhale, release. Let go entirely and completely. And Shavasana, it's really important for a few reasons. One of them is to allow the body to assimilate the stretches, the relaxations, the obtained by our practice today. If we start moving all over and going straight from relaxing and stretching to start doing something else, the muscles get confused. The body has memory. The second reason is to relax, to let go, learn to let go. The floor is holding you. You don't have to worry about it. Learn to let your muscles release. Feeling as we were melting on the ground. And the third reason is to quiet the mind. We gotta learn to quiet the mind so our body can relax. The mind is all over the place, thinking in many things at the same time. So we try to teach the mind to focus on one thing. Our mind is scared to stop, to be gone, to be completely quiet. It's scared because it believes it's going to stop existing. So we gotta teach the mind, you're okay, you're not stopping to exist, but you gotta focus on one thing. Something that the mind is not controlling, like the breath. Focus in your breath, perhaps in your exhalations. Just a few moments, teaching the mind to stop. And you can stay in Shavasana all you want. Open the legs one at a time. Perhaps we can inhale and extend the arms overhead. And we're going to turn to a side and pause. And then when you're ready, sit up. And we cross the legs again. Sit on the sit bones. Sitting tall, bringing the hands heart center. Sharing the breath together. Inhale, deep, long inhalation. And exhale all the way out. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope that you guys like it, that you feel great and more relaxed and less tension there. And if you maintain this practice, you gotta do every day. If you don't want to have pain, at least some of the exercises you learned today with me. And I want to tell you that I appreciate your company, and I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel to support me. And of course, I'm always open for any donations. You can use my PayPal, but supports me and what I try to do, sharing my knowledge to everybody, with everybody, sorry. So I hope I see you in my next class, and have an amazing rest of the week. Thank you.